Genesis 21, Isaac is born. The Lord fulfills his promise to Sarah. Sarah gives birth to a son in her old age, and Abraham names him Isaac. Abraham circumcises Isaac, as God had commanded. Sarah rejoices and says, "God has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me." Isaac grows and is weaned, and Abraham holds a great feast. Sarah sees Ishmael mocking Isaac. She tells Abraham, "Cast out Hagar and her son, for they shall not share Isaac's inheritance." Abraham is distressed, but God tells him to listen to Sarah. God promises to make a great nation. From Ishmael as well, Abraham sends Hagar and Ishmael away. With bread and water, they wander in the wilderness, and their water runs out. Hagar weeps, fearing her son will die. God hears the boy's cry and calls to Hagar from heaven. "Fear not," God says, "I will make him a great nation." God opens her eyes to a well of water. Ishmael survives, grows in the wilderness, and becomes an archer. His mother finds him a wife from Egypt. Later, Abimelech approaches Abraham. He recognizes that God is with Abraham. In all that he does, the two men make a covenant of peace. Abraham settles a dispute over a well. 7 lambs are given as a witness that Abraham dug the well. The place is called Beersheba because they swore an oath there. Abraham plants a grove and worships the everlasting God. He remains in the land many days. Genesis 22. Abraham offers Isaac. God tests Abraham. "Take your son Isaac, whom you love, and offer him as a sacrifice." Abraham rises early and journeys to the land of Moriah. After 3 days, he sees the place God has chosen. Isaac carries the wood for the sacrifice, and he asks, "Where is the lamb?" Abraham replies, "God will provide himself a lamb." They arrive at the mountain. Abraham builds an altar, arranges the wood, and binds Isaac. He raises the knife. To sacrifice his son, the angel of the Lord calls from heaven, "Do not harm the boy. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld your son." Abraham looks up and sees a ram caught in a thicket. He offers the ram in place of Isaac. Abraham names the place Jehovah-Jireh. "The Lord will provide." The angel speaks again. Because Abraham obeyed, God promises abundant blessing. His descendants will be countless, like the stars of heaven and the sand on the seashore. Through his offspring, all nations will be blessed. Abraham returns to Beersheba. Later, Abraham learns that his brother Nahor's family has grown. Among their descendants is Rebekah. Genesis 23, Sarah's burial. Sarah dies at the age of 127. Abraham mourns and weeps for her. He asks the Hittites for a burial place. The people honor Abraham and offer him their best tombs. Abraham requests the cave of Machpelah, owned by Ephron. Ephron offers the land as a gift. Abraham insists on paying for it. The price is agreed upon, and Abraham purchases the field and cave. The property becomes his legal possession. Abraham buries Sarah in the cave of Machpelah near Hebron. The field and cave remain his family's burial place. Genesis 24, Isaac and Rebekah. Abraham is old, and the Lord has blessed him greatly. He sends his trusted servant to find a wife for Isaac. From among his relatives, the servant swears an oath and travels to Mesopotamia. At a well he prays, "Lord, let the right woman offer water to me and to my camels." Before he finishes praying, Rebekah arrives. She gives him water and also waters all his camels. The servant realizes God has answered his prayer He gives Rebekah gifts and learns she is related to Abraham. Rebekah brings him to her family's home. The servant explains his mission and tells how God guided him. Laban and Bethuel respond, "This thing comes from the Lord." They agree that Rebekah should become Isaac's wife. The servant worships God and presents valuable gifts. The next morning, he asks to depart. Rebekah is asked if she will go. She answers, "I will go." Her family blesses her. Before she leaves, Rebekah travels with the servant toward Canaan. Meanwhile, Isaac is meditating. In the field at evening, he sees the camels approaching. Rebekah sees Isaac and covers herself with the veil. The servant tells Isaac everything that has happened. Isaac takes Rebekah as his wife. He loves her and she comforts him. After the loss of his mother Sarah, Genesis 25, the death of Abraham and the birth of Jacob and Esau, Abraham takes another wife, Keturah, and has additional sons. He gives all that he owns to Isaac. The other sons receive gifts and are sent eastward. Abraham dies at a good old age, full of years. Isaac and Ishmael bury him beside Sarah in the cave of Machpelah. God blesses Isaac after Abraham's death. Ishmael's descendants become 12 princes. Just as God had promised, Ishmael dies and is gathered to his people. Isaac prays for Rebekah, for she is barren. The Lord answers and Rebekah conceives. The twins struggle within her, and she seeks the Lord. God tells her, "Two nations are in your womb. The older shall serve the younger." The first child is born red and hairy and is named Esau. His brother follows, grasping Esau's heel. He is named Jacob. Esau becomes a hunter and man of the field. Jacob dwells among the tents. Isaac favors Esau while Rebekah favors Jacob. One day Esau returns exhausted. Jacob is cooking stew. Esau begs for food. Jacob asks for Esau's birthright. Esau agrees and sells it for a meal. Thus Esau despises his birthright. Genesis 26, Isaac and the Philistines. A famine comes upon the land. The Lord appears to Isaac. He tells him not to go to Egypt, but to remain where God directs him. God renews the promises made to Abraham. Isaac settles in Gerar, fearing for his life. He says Rebekah is his sister. Abimelech later discovers that she is his wife. He rebukes Isaac and protects them both. The Lord greatly blesses Isaac. His crops prosper, his flocks increase, and his wealth grows. The Philistines become jealous. They stop up Abraham's wells. Isaac moves away and begins digging new wells. Each new well brings disputes. Finally, he digs a well that no one contests. He names it Rehoboth, saying, "The Lord has made room for us." Isaac moves to Beersheba. The Lord appears to him and says, "Fear not, for I am with you." Isaac builds an altar and worships the Lord. Abimelech comes seeking peace. They make a covenant together. On that same day, Isaac's servants find water. The place is called Beersheba. Esau marries Hittite women, bringing grief to Isaac and Rebekah. Genesis 27, Jacob receives the blessing. Isaac grows old, and his eyesight fails. He calls Esau and asks him to prepare a meal. Afterward, Isaac plans to bless him. Rebekah overhears and devises a plan. She prepares food and sends Jacob to Isaac disguised as Esau. Jacob wears Esau's clothes and goat skins upon his hands. Isaac questions him, but is deceived. The voice is Jacob's, but the hands are Esau's. Isaac blesses Jacob, granting him prosperity, authority, and favor. Moments later, Esau arrives. The deception is revealed. Isaac trembles greatly. Esau cries bitterly and pleads for a blessing. Isaac gives him a lesser blessing. Esau becomes angry and plans to kill Jacob. Rebekah learns of the threat. She tells Jacob to flee to her brother Laban in Haran. Jacob prepares to leave for his safety. Genesis 28, Jacob's journey and dream. Isaac blesses Jacob again. He sends him to Padan Aram to find a wife among his relatives. Esau sees that his parents disapprove of Canaanite wives. He marries into Ishmael's family. Jacob travels toward Haran. At night, he stops to rest. Using a stone as a pillow, he falls asleep. He dreams of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven. Angels ascend and descend upon it. The Lord stands above it and repeats his covenant promises. God promises land, descendants, blessing, and his continual presence. Jacob awakens in awe. Surely the Lord is in this place. He calls the location Bethel, the house of God. Jacob sets up the stone as a pillar and pours oil upon it. He vows that if God keeps him, the Lord shall be his God. He promises to give a tenth of all God provides. Genesis 29, Jacob marries Leah and Rachel. Jacob arrives in the east. At a well, he meets shepherds and learns of Laban. Rachel arrives with her father's sheep. Jacob rolls away the stone, waters the flock, and greets Rachel. Rachel runs home and tells her father. Laban warmly welcomes Jacob. After a month, Laban asks what wages Jacob desires. Jacob loves Rachel. He agrees to serve 7 years. To marry her. The years seem like only days because of his love. At the wedding feast, Laban deceives Jacob. Instead of Rachel, Leah is given to him. The next morning, Jacob discovers the deception. Laban explains that the older daughter must marry first. Jacob serves another 7 years for Rachel. Rachel becomes his wife also. Jacob loves Rachel more than Leah. The Lord sees Leah's sorrow and blesses her with children. Leah bears Reuben, then Simeon, then Levi, then Judah. Rachel remains barren. Genesis 30. Jacob's family grows. Rachel longs for children. She gives her servant Bilhah to Jacob. Bilhah bears Dan, then Naphtali. Leah gives her servant Zilpah to Jacob. Zilpah bears Gad, then Asher. Later Leah bears Issachar, then Zebulun. She also gives birth to Dinah. God remembers Rachel. She gives birth to Joseph. She says, "The Lord shall add to me another son." After Joseph's birth, Jacob asks to return home. Laban urges him to stay, for God has blessed him through Jacob. Jacob proposes a plan for his wages. He will keep the spotted, speckled, and striped animals. God prospers Jacob greatly. His flocks multiply. His wealth increases. Jacob becomes exceedingly prosperous, with many servants, camels, and livestock.